So quick look over to what is Dogecoin. Dogecoin is a cryptocurrency invented by software engineers Billy Marcus and Jackson Palmer, who decided to create a payment system that is instant, fun, and free from traditional banking fees. To do this, the coin featured the friendly face of a Shiba Inu dog from the popular Doge. Who calls it Doge? Do you call it Doggy? Doge? Dog-E coin? I don't know. Meme in its logo. What do you call it? Let me know down below. I've always called it Doge because I think it sounds cool. Anyway, 127 billion Dogecoins, and there are more being mined, or the way they call it, are being dug out, because it's a dog, of course. A dog digs, it doesn't mine. So initial release is 2013. It's a very old cryptocurrency. It's been around a long time, and it's pretty much, out of the old cryptos, Doge, Litecoin, Bitcoin, they're kind of like the three that have survived this whole time. There is a whole host of coins that came out in 2011, 12, 13, 14. Pretty much all of them are dead except these three. It looks like Ripple's on its way out, or XRP, but Dogecoin continues to live on. I think it's because it's not taken seriously, and that leads me over to what is it and what do they do. Dogecoin is literally just a meme, and you can see I'm just using Wikipedia and Google to check these things out. I've looked at Dogecoin so many times, and I'll have a look at that in the charts to let you know how and why. All it is just a meme that was created by Marcus and Palmer. That's it, as simple as that. Jackson Palmer announced taking an extended leave. So Palmer has left. I thought I'd mention that as well. No one is really working on Dogecoin. It just sits there in the background. So what does it do? Nothing. It's just used for payments over the internet. And if it can do that in a very cheap and fast way, then I guess it's serving its purpose. The other thing that it's done is a lot of fundraising. So this was back in the day, you may have read this before, 2014 Winter Olympics. They sponsored the Jamaican bobsled team, raising $50,000. So this is the community, and there's a community on Reddit where I guess people interact, and we'll get to that as well throughout the video to look at how this pump has happened. In order to get these fundraising events up and running, then people talk about it on Reddit, get some money together, get the Dogecoin logos on NASCARs, on bobsleds. They've done some water stuff, water charity events in Kenya. Well, I wouldn't say events, but they've raised money to bring water to Kenya. And the NASCAR, they sponsored a driver in the NASCAR, Josh Wise, in 2014. So there was a lot of big fundraising stuff done in 2014 when the crypto market was going really hot. Since then, I haven't seen too much in the way of fundraising. Maybe this extra boom will show a little bit more fundraising from there because the price has pumped so hard. The green line is the US dollar price. We'll take the market cap out of there, and I'll take the Bitcoin price off, and you can see that the dollar value has just skyrocketed. It says 4 cents here, but we know it's a lot further up. It's at around nearly 8 cents now, and it's still going. So 230 sats. Now, I'll come to this on the TradingView chart, and if you want TradingView, I've got a link in the description down below. But essentially here, I use this as a range trading cryptocurrency, and we'll get to that, like I said, in just a moment. Let's take a look at their website, Dogecoin. Literally, that's it. It's a decentralized peer-to-peer digital currency that enables you to easily send money online. Think of it as an internet currency. Guys, I could go on and on about this. I could make a whole video about it, but essentially it's just a meme coin. It's just fun. That's it. Fun. How does a cryptocurrency be fun? I guess they're just not taking themselves seriously, and it's not about all the buzzwords, DeFi, smart contracts, anything like that. It's just a cryptocurrency. That's it. In 2014, there was also the porn star. Yes, I'm going to put this in here. Angela White. And I can't scroll around too much on the page. That's what I have to think about here, because there are nude pictures on here, and of course YouTube will block the video. So essentially 2014, you can see the dates here. Angela White first talks about Dogecoin. Dogecoin community created her payment platform so that she could accept cryptocurrency. In the case of this is Dogecoin for her services online. So I'm finding my words here without getting too into details. She has also talked about it here. Again, I can't scroll around on this page. Angela White, 22 hours ago, talking about pumping it. And then, of course, we have some other jokes here about pumping different things. DogeCoin, another thing that she's been talking about, and looking at this, January 3rd, she also made a post back then, earlier this month, January 2021, talked about pumping Dogecoin. So she has been on it since 2014. In terms of a return, that does look like a pretty decent return if we look at it in terms of a dollar price. Taking the Bitcoin chart off, 2014, that was the pumps back then. So at around 0.1 of a cent, currently at 7.7 cents. Huge return on her money there from getting in earlier, because the pawn industry is just getting banned from PayPals and other payment gateways. So a digital currency like Dogecoin, which is fun, doesn't mean anything, has done her very well in her returns. So Dogecoin, she talked about it there, and that also pumped the price minimally, but it also pumped the price earlier this month. Now onto the real news, the real stuff. Here we are at Reddit, and I've just come across this one post, and I wanted to talk about this one because I think it weighs into the price, I wouldn't say manipulation, but the price movements that we've seen. And 5 hours ago, it's currently, this is important too, because this is happening very, very fast. This is at I'm at 2 p.m. Queensland time, which is pretty late Thursday night for North America. So 5 hours ago, you've got people in Reddit talking about Dogecoin and what they are wanting to do, trying to pump it to $1. I don't think these people really know what that would mean to the price of Doge to get it to $1. Maybe it's possible, but if you were to push Doge to $1 per Doge, that would mean the market cap would have to be at about $128 billion. Now, $128 billion would put you at Ethereum. So you would be just underneath Ethereum at that point. Nothing's impossible, but I think they just sort of overshot the mark here. I think going for 10 cents would have been crazy, but I guess you got to go to $1 to get it to 10 cents because people are a little bit delusional when it comes to these prices. What we're going to look at here is the delusional nature of this sort of coin, because 4 hours ago, the price of Doge was about, we're at 2 o'clock, 4 to 5 hours ago is 10 a.m. So I want to look at my 10 a.m. chart. 10 a.m. is at about 107 to 109 Satoshis. And if we look at 11 a.m., because it's around that time that people really started getting onto Reddit as well, that's going to bring us to about 128, 129 Satoshi. So benefit of the doubt, let's say somewhere around that 100 to 130. The returns aren't that fantastic. They're great within a matter of hours. You're going to double your Bitcoin in that time. But the real money is obviously made in knowing when to buy, buying a bit lower or a hell of a lot lower. And that is going to put us way out just literally a few days ago when this was at the 25 point mark, the 25 Satoshi level. This is the market sentiment that I look at from here. So people who are looking at buying Doge, these sort of amateur traders, or I'm going to call them traders, not investors, because they're literally just trying to flip it, just bought my first batch of Doge, buying more tomorrow. Look, I could be completely wrong, but the trend may have been crushed by tomorrow. So keep that in mind as well. I'm not saying this is not a buy recommendation. I'm not saying to buy or sell. Do whatever it is you need to do, but this is not a buy recommendation. Next part is, how did you buy it? Robinhood. So maybe Robinhood is going to get destroyed, meaning that they just don't have the services to be able to support people coming on board to buying it, because it looks like here, is it down right now for you? So it looks like these people can't even get on to buy Dogecoin on Robinhood. So if you get stuck in Robinhood holding Dogecoin at these extreme high levels, you could get your account extremely destroyed. So that's if it goes against you. If this could double from here, maybe. But remember, the risk is just so much higher now that we're up this far from just literally 2 days ago. And the distance that we're up from here is from this point up to here, 800%. And that's only on the Bitcoin value. Now, Bitcoin hasn't moved too much in price in that period. So this is pretty fair to say the dollar value is about 800% as well, give or take. Something up 800%. Not saying it can't go further, but the risk is a lot higher than if you're in a few days ago. So the last bits of news are pretty much old now, even though they're only a day or even a few hours. The other point being is that the chairman of Wall Street Bets, which is another Reddit group, asks about Dogecoin. So these sort of things can push the price a hell of a lot. It's just the excitement of the news that's made this go even crazier than it needs to be. Other article I've got here is The Street. Dogecoin spikes as Reddit investors pump meme cryptocurrency. And yes, we've just looked at Reddit. This is one example of this happening. It doesn't have too many hits on it. 350 comments, not bad. Upvoted 99%, so it's up there. Basically, it's just let's get this thing to $1. That's all it is. Copy and paste on Wall Street Bets. Let's do this. Long story short, get it up there, pump it. So they're not wrong in that. Previous to this, we know Elon Musk also messaged Dogecoin on his Twitter account. So he tweeted Dogecoin, and that puts that in the minds of other people. And when they see it going nuts, obviously jump on board. So there's a lot packaged together here to get the message spread out to the masses. And then when these events come together, it's no wonder that these things can pump. And with a massive circulation on Reddit about let's get this thing to $1, moving it to 10 cents probably isn't such a hard ask at this point. All right, so let's have a look at the chart now onto this point to see how we can trade this in the future moving forward. And if you already have your own Dogecoin trading plan, let me know in the comments down below. Have you traded it before? And what are your percentage gains? Don't tell me how much you own or how much you got in dollar value. That's fine. Percentage gains are all that's needed. Now, Dogecoin, I'm going to look at it on the Bittrex chart because there is more data here. This little pink arrow is where I first got into Doge this time round, 18 sats. And sadly, I got out around 87, all out at 87. This thing has pumped well and truly past that point. Now, my trading plan doesn't say to hold until it's at 200 Satoshis. My trading plan just says get 4 to 5x returns depending on what number, what Satoshi I buy down here, and then get out. Because the history that we've got here going all the way back to 2014 shows a really clean and easy trend. And 3 easy trades here in February of 2017, later in late 2017, and then again now in late 2020 into early 2021. And the trade is just buy under 20, sell at 80. And now I've got a yellow line horizontal at 99 because there are quite a lot of times that it's hit close to 100, but there are multiple times where it didn't make it that far. And 80 is kind of the safe level to get out almost 100% of the time. You've got this bar here, but of course you're not entering because we haven't entered below 20. Now, if we wanted to have more opportunities to trade Dogecoin, then we'll just raise this up to around 30 Satoshis. And that would give you one entry and an exit. You'd miss this. You'd only just get in. Maybe you would miss this one here, but you're at 28 Satoshi. So you could almost get in here, then get out again a few weeks later. Enter here, you're holding for about 2 months before you get the pump, but you've got another trade here. So far we have 1 trade, 2 trades, 3 trades, 4 trades. At this point, you'd be buying in and you would be almost thinking that this is never going to happen because you've had to wait. You get this small pump, and this was on the TikTok pump, July of 2020. Then earlier this year, we had the pump from Angela White, the porn star. So that's another small pump there. Jokes aside, or you can leave them in the comments. But now we finally get that real big push up, and you have to be holding pretty tight for a very long time here to get this pump. And maybe that's the reason why we got such a massive pump out of Dogecoin this time, because the accumulation was huge. When you have shorter periods of accumulation, maybe the pumps aren't going to be as big because not enough people have been accumulating Dogecoin. Whereas here we've seen massive accumulation, very long time down, a very long time until it hit 80 Satoshis again. So that's possibly why we have pushed so far up so quickly. It's just a massive, massive wind up here. So that's a very simple Dogecoin plan. If you don't want to be stuck in it, then definitely bring this down to around 22, maybe 21 Satoshis, and just go for the big runs and push this up probably somewhere close to 90 or 100 Satoshis. And the final part to the plan is pretty much just sell out regardless of how far it runs above your exit. So if your exit's at 100 and it runs to 200 like it has done today, and this is on the Binance chart, then that's it. You've made about 4 to 5 times your Bitcoin value. Suck it up, move on to the next thing, and be be done with it. So that's Dogecoin, a very simple plan. I don't know how long this plan will continue to work, but so far it has worked almost every single time. And if you had to hold on a little bit longer, maybe for a couple of years until it pumps again, so be it. But it has worked across its entire history. So I love that part about Dogecoin. I use it to trade often, like you can see here. And I think this will happen again this cycle, especially like we saw in 2017. We saw one massive pump, huge dump all the way back to where it came from. So keep that in mind if you're considering getting into Doge at these levels, or if it happens to go higher. It has the potential to retrace the entire move all the way back to where it started from. So this starting point is at around 15 Satoshis. So it has the potential to do that. Keep that in mind. You could lose a lot of Bitcoin value while still retaining your US dollar value. And of course, we're here to stack sats. So keep that in mind. That's Dogecoin. That's its history, where it's come from, what does it mean, what does it do, and an easy to trade plan from Dogecoin. A fantastic way, or I've found, to double, triple, quadruple our Bitcoin stacks. If you found value from the video, let me know. Comments down below, like the video up, subscribe to the channel if you're new here, and hit that bell notification icon. Also got my new course out, the Investor Accelerator. Link will be in the description to that. There's 140% discount spots available, so make sure you jump onto that now before they're all gone. That's pretty much it for me today. I'll see you guys at the next video. I hope you enjoyed that. Until next time, have more fun, get more done. Peace out.